You are the engine of your company. You are the one who fixes the mistakes, the one who trains the young talent, the one who keeps the promises. You are the most valuable person in that office. And yet, you are stuck. You are standing right beneath a glass ceiling. You can see the title. You can see the corner office. But every year, the ladder goes to someone else. And every year, you feel a little more invisible, a little more used. Welcome to the Midlife Reset Man. We are talking about the corporate plateau today. That feeling that your career has flatlined. It is not a myth. It is a profound and painful reality for women in their 40s. You are at the peak of your competence, but you are facing the valley of burnout, and the system is working against you. I know the conversations you are having in your head. You are thinking, maybe I'm not ambitious enough. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe I should just be grateful for the job I have. Stop. That doubt is the glue that keeps the glass ceiling intact. You are not lacking ambition. You are lacking a strategy because the rules of the game changed and nobody told you. Let me tell you about Maria. Maria is 47. She works in tech and is a phenomenal project manager. She is the person who makes the impossible happen. She is the mother of the team. She brings the snacks. She handles the emotional fallout. She ensures every project is delivered on time and under budget. She was the definition of indispensable. But when the director position opened up, Maria didn't even get an interview. It went to a man 10 years younger with half her experience and a fraction of her people skills. Maria was devastated. She asked her manager why, and the manager gave her the corporate cliche. We need someone who is perceived as a visionary. Maria told me, I am a visionary. I see the vision for the next quarter. I see the vision for our team's budget, but I'm not the one giving the flashy PowerPoints. Maria realized her problem was not a lack of vision. It was a lack of visibility. She was too good at being indispensable in the shadows. The system rewarded the noise, not the substance. She was the perfect workhorse, but they promoted the show, pony, micro-resolution. After weeks of anger, Maria drew a line in the sand. She decided she would stop being the best helper and start being the loudest owner. She realized she had to trade her utility for her power. Maria's story shows us the trap. For decades, we were taught that hard work speaks for itself, that if you just put your head down and perform, someone will notice. That is the biggest lie of the modern workplace. The work doesn't speak for itself. You have to speak for the work, and you have to speak loudly. Let's look at the 3 silent anchors that are holding you back. The first anchor is the perfectionism trap. You refuse to put anything out there until it is 100% perfect. You polish the report for an extra week. You meticulously check every fact. But while you are perfecting, the less qualified person is launching. They are grabbing the spotlight with a B+ idea. You are waiting for the perfect moment. They are seizing the moment. The second anchor is the assumption of notice. You believe that because you worked late and you handled that crisis on your vacation, that your boss logged it and that they care. They do not. Your boss is too busy worrying about their own career. You are a reliable fixture, and fixtures are invisible. You have taught them that you do not need attention, and they have happily complied. The third anchor is the nice trap. You are afraid to negotiate. You are afraid to demand. You are afraid to push back on a deadline because you don't want to be perceived as difficult. But there is a razor-thin line between nice and passive. Nice gets you thank you notes. Passive keeps you stuck in the same salary band. You have to be willing to be difficult. You have to be willing to advocate for yourself because no one else is going to do it for you. So how do we break these anchors? How do we turn your decades of experience into the power you deserve? It requires 3 radical shifts. Shifts that will make you feel uncomfortable, but shifts that will make you unstoppable. The first shift is the hardest. It is the mindset shift from worker to owner. You are not an employee who does tasks. You are a business owner who sells solutions, and a business owner demands respect. A business owner negotiates the price of her service. A business owner does not apologize for her worth. I am going to share with you the 2 core strategies for making the shift. Strategies that allow you to own your accomplishments, and strategies that teach you how to negotiate without begging. These are not gentle tweaks. These are fundamental rewiring of your professional identity. The tools I am about to give you are the keys to unlocking the salary and the title you have earned. But before we get into the exact words you need to use, I need you to make a commitment to your worth. Click that subscribe button right now. Turn on the notifications, because in the next part of this video, we are going to give you the courage and the language to walk into that room and claim your space. The shift from worker to owner requires a complete change in how you market yourself. It requires you to become your own public relations firm. The days of waiting for your boss to notice are over. The first core strategy is the visibility campaign. You must communicate your value constantly, but gracefully. You are not bragging, you are informing. I want you to start a habit today. It is called the brag sheet. Every single Friday afternoon, you will spend 10 minutes writing down every single win from your week, the crisis you averted, the mistake you prevented, the junior person you mentored, the money you saved. Do not rely on memory. Document your worth. This is not a list for your review. This is fuel for your confidence and for your conversations. When you are in a meeting and someone suggests an idea you already solved last month, you do not let it pass. You step in and say, "That is a great suggestion, and in fact, we implemented a similar solution in Q3 when I streamlined the X process, and that resulted in a Y% efficiency gain." You are not attacking. You are owning. You are attaching your name to the win. Remember Maria, the project manager who was overlooked. She stopped bringing snacks to the meeting. She started bringing data. She changed the conversation from "how can I help" to "this is what I have achieved." She started emailing the CEO once a month with a simple update, not a desperate plea, just a confident memo. This month, my team delivered X, Y, and Z, and here is the direct impact on the company's bottom line. She made herself impossible to ignore. This leads us to the second core strategy, the language of negotiation. This is where the fear of being difficult paralyzes most women. You have to realize that when you negotiate your salary, you are not asking for a favor. You are presenting a business case. When you walk into a salary review, do not start with an apology. Do not start with, "I know the company is tight on budget," or "I am sorry to ask." Start with your value proposition. You say, "Based on my market research and the value I delivered in streamlining the X process, which saved the company Y dollars, my compensation should reflect my senior level contribution. I'm asking for an increase to Z." This is a factual statement, not an emotional request. And what if they push back? What if they say they need you to be a team player? You use the language of boundaries. You say, "I am a dedicated team player, and the best way I can continue to lead this team to success is to be compensated at a level that motivates my commitment. My commitment is not negotiable. My compensation should not be either." This is not about being a shark. This is about professional self-respect. You are teaching them how to treat you, and if you accept less than you are worth, you are teaching them that your worth is negotiable. We must also prepare for the final scenario, the unbreakable ceiling. There are some cultures, some companies that are simply toxic. They are run by people who are deeply insecure, and they will never promote a brilliant, confident woman because she threatens them if you have done the visibility campaign. If you have used the language of negotiation and you are still blocked, it is time for the final, most powerful move. The walk. You have to give yourself permission to leave. Your experience is not tied to your current company's logo. Your expertise is portable. Sarah realized her company's culture was too stubborn to change. She looked at her brag sheet. She saw 10 years of undeniable wins. She packaged that experience and she interviewed with a competitor. She walked into the interview not as a supplicant, but as a resource with a proven track record. She demanded and received a 30% pay increase and the director title she had been denied. The power of the pivot is not just about the new job. It is about realizing that your loyalty belongs to your career, not to the company. The minute you realize you are holding the power of choice, the ceiling shatters. Your 40s are not the end of your ascent. They are the moment you stop waiting for permission to climb and start building your own ladder. You have the experience. You have the wisdom. Now you have the strategy and the language. Go into that office today and stop being a fixture. Start being a force. Claim your value. Claim your space. Your time is now. If this gave you the spine to ask for more, share it with a colleague who deserves a raise, and make sure you are subscribed to the Midlife Reset Manual, because we are done being silent. We are rising to the top.